Okay, so the lighting of this on this video is gonna be, yeah, different. Okay, so the last video I did about this, I picked a video by one of my favorite creators that was lacking 40,000 views to get to 1 million. It started at about 960. So I did the same process finding a video again. I went into one of my favorite creators and I saw how many videos this creator has that is over 1 million. This creator had 2 and one that was 110,000 away from 1 million. So it was a bigger project. So, but the thought process is about the same, but there's a couple of important differences. Because the last creator I picked, the video was just above 15 minutes long. And getting then the watch time up was not such a big deal. But this video, I was now trying to get above 1 million, was only 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes long. So each viewing of this video will only give about 6 minute view time, whilst the last video, each time I viewed it, it will get 15 minutes of watch time, and that's a huge difference. But let's just start with the basics, okay? The basic is it has to be a good video. If it's not a good video, nothing I do will change the view count in a significant way. Because what happens with what I do is I tell the algorithm to expose this video to more people, and if it's a bad thumb and a bad video, it doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter how many people YouTube shows it to, because it doesn't translate to views. So it has to be a good video and it has to be a good thumb. And I'll get back to impression to views, because that's a key element in what I do. Okay, so I picked this video. I really like this creator. If there's a thumb in the video somewhere, I have gotten the permission to use it. If not, I'm not gonna say who it is or what video it was. That's fine. That's not the point. Okay, so my thought process going into this was exactly the same as the last time. Because this was a 2-year-old video that had stagnated on minus 110,000 up to 1 million, so it was at 890,000. And also it being shorter, the grind had to be longer. I'm just gonna do this and see if this in any way helps. I know I should do this, but no, I'm just gonna keep it there. Okay, so anyway, we have the basic, we have a good video, and we have a good thumb. So I know that if this thumb is shown to more people, it will get more views. Because if it's bad, it won't. So what I do, and this is the key element of this process, I watch the video from start to finish each time. And if you have more than one account, you can watch from different accounts. Do not skip the ads. Watch the whole thing with the ads all the time. And to really get this ball rolling, what I did, I have a computer, I have an iPad, I have a phone, and was trying to, in the beginning, watch it as many times as I could. And I will not use, and you should never use, any form of automated process. Never. And there's two reasons for it. One, it's stupid. And two, it does breach a TOS. So don't do it. So everything I did in this process, everything is manual. When the video stopped, instead of just pushing the start again button, I went back to the front page, and if I saw the video suggested, I would press it. And the more I watched it, the more it got suggested. And here is another key point. Because if I don't watch it, if it is suggested, then YouTube will say, okay, it's not that interesting anymore. I will stop suggesting it. So every time, every time it is suggested in the feed, I pressed it. And I did that on all devices. Every time. And that's the key element here. Because then the algorithm will think, okay. Because the more transaction you have from impression to views, that's step one. And for me in this process, I had to do that every time. And it is now on the top of my suggestion every time I'm on YouTube. And probably will be for a long time. That's fine. I probably watched it maybe 1,000 times. And it has risen by 110,000 times. Why? Because what I did, think of a snowball. I start the snowball. That's it. By doing these key elements, I will probably repeat myself. And the key elements are: you click it when you see it, and you watch it all the way through each time. That's the key elements. And if you do this from multiple devices and multiple accounts, then it will be suggested to other people, and some of them will see it and some of them will ignore it. That's fine. But this is a good video, and enough people were seeing it to that I think I don't remember how many days I had this crazy regime watching it almost constantly from 3 devices at one time. But it was until I saw a movement. What I also did was I went into the video and I checked if there were new comments, because that's also really important. Because if you leave a relevant comment, that's also a point for the algorithm to suggest the video to more people. So I would go into and see if there was new comments, and some comments were relevant and some comments were, let's just say, I would have deleted it if it was on my video. But the point still is, if someone goes into the video, watch the video, and leave a comment, that is key points. So I was always also trying to figure out the speed of the video, how many views, and I will now insert the I did a count list. I didn't start right away, but I started a thread on Twitter where I counted and counted, so you can see when it hits different points. That also made it possible for me to see at what speed things were going, and for a while it was 1,000 views per 24 hours, and that was pretty good. And at the end it was a bit faster. I also used Twitter to announce, hey, this video is closing in on 1 million views. I don't really have that many followers. I have like 20 followers on Twitter, and I'm a small channel. So if it was up to size of the channel, like if a big YouTube channel suggested a smaller channel, it would have a boost. I can't do that. I have to use things I learned about the algorithm, how YouTube works, and I have now done it twice. And I say I have done it twice, but again, if the video ain't good, and if the thumbnail ain't good, and if the title ain't good, nothing I can do can make this video go anywhere. So I have to take a good video that has stagnated and make a little snowball and push it down the hill, and it will literally snowball. So and I don't have the statistic on the video. I don't have the I of course don't have access to the analytics, so I don't know. And as I said, I've been more conscious about watching all the ads because it means so much to the creators. And I do think that anyone can do what I do, but I'm not a patient person. This took 2 months. I hate it. I am more of a person that will like to do something and boom. But this took a lot of patience. This took a lot of me. Because every time I sit down by the computer, on one of the screen, I put it on. When I'm watching TV, put it on the tablet. And this, I'm so happy I'm done. I probably never do it again. But for me, and this is always who I've been, I wanted to prove of concept. So I did it with the first video that was lacking 40,000. That was longer, so it was easier. I did it now with this shorter video that was lacking 110,000. Would that video eventually have got to 1 million? I want to say probably, but 110,000 for a 2-year-old video, you kind of had to be rediscovered to close that gap. So I don't want to say anything bad about the creator, and I want to be nice and say it probably would, maybe, but this little small snowball I created was enough to push it over the line in 2 months. And it would never have done that in 2 months if I didn't do what I did. But again, if it's not a good video, you can't just pick a random video and do the same. It will tank. So yeah, I think I have said what I need to say. And if you see a thumbnail of a video, you know that I have gotten permission to use it. If it's not, that's fine. It was fun and extremely frustrating experience for me. I'm not a patient man, so that you kind of had to grind in this way. That's the god honest truth. I kind of become a little bit possessed to do it, but on the other hand, I just want to quit. Now it's over, thank God. I have a little idea, because I think that every video has a cap. This video, okay, it got to 1 million. I don't think it will get to 2. My most viewed video is a 12-year-old video. It has 6,000 views. I think that's the cap. I don't think it ever will reach 10,000. And in the same way, I think every video has a, that's how much, that's the max. Because I think even if some big YouTuber recommended my video, it doesn't mean it will get a lot of views, but if the video isn't good, it won't get a lot of view minutes, and then it doesn't matter. I saw that one of the most I have a video that has about, I think it just passed 200 views, which for me is a lot of views, but the watch time is 10%. Then it doesn't matter. 200 it is just a number. And because people only see 10%, it will not get recommended. That's just how the algorithm works. So yeah, this will probably a very long, unedited, rambling video from me. I will maybe put in some, yeah, let's just see. So hope you got some good information out of this, and I will see you later. Alligator.